Hey, that speed bump looks just like a deer. DUI.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host, James.
No.
I call him James and everyone else call him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's a little bit weird.
The Fantastic Four. What an iconic group. Can you name a more iconic group of four people?
I can. Me, you, William, and Noah. All four of us have been in the same room.
Yeah, and all four of us have seen each other at least once in our lives.
I've seen videos of William.
We watched the Fantastic Four movie, directed and produced by James Gunn, and it was certainly a movie.
That's correct. It was a movie, and it was written and directed by James Gunn, starring Chris Pratt as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Chris Pratt as Mr. Fantastic, Jack Black as Johnny Storm.
It's a meme, Mr. Fantastic. It's not the voice.
What was that one? Aquaman actor as the Thing.
Momoa.
And we're just here. We live in a time.
Oh, no Sue Storm?
No, there is no Sue Storm.
Nobody's Invisible Woman.
Yeah, no, it's the Fantastic Four, but Sue Storm canonically just dies in the.
No joke. In the comics,
space trip.
when Johnny dies, they replace him with Spider-Man, and I think there's an earlier version of the cartoon show where Johnny's not in it, and they replace him with Herbie. It's so funny to me that he's maybe one of the most popular characters in the group.
Yeah.
And then they keep like removing him and replacing him with anybody else. They're like, oh yeah, we want to make a cartoon of the Fantastic Four. Oh, we really got to get rid of the Fire guy. Fire sends a bad message.
Yeah.
Let's add the robot.
Blame on? Like, who even likes that anymore? It's just.
What are we trying to tell kids to
archaic.
Light themselves on fire?
We're trying to tell kids to light themselves on fire? Like that's not cool,
man. We just killed off Human Torch in the comics.
I think it's a little bit too.
We should add Spider-Man right now.
It's a bit too violent. So anyway, let's grab Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
And that's actually how the Future Foundation in the comics was started.
Exactly. So we watched the Fantastic Four movie, the new one that just came out, The First Steps. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a spoiler review. So if you haven't watched the movie, then oh well.
I'm sorry, guys, for spoiling it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for spoiling it.
Chris Pratt is in the movie.
Pedro Pascal, yes, again, Pedro Pascal, that Pedro Pascal, he's in the movie, another movie.
I'll say exactly what I said to JD already. You can tell me he's in something. Tell me the last thing you saw him in and how long ago.
The Last of Us, James.
You watched The Last of Us, or did you watch somebody else watch The Last of Us?
2 months ago. I may or may not have watched someone else watch the whole Last of Us.
Through somebody else's lens.
I may or may not have watched just somebody reviewing The Last of Us and not actually the show.
Didn't even watch it, like clip.
Didn't even watch them watch the show. I just watched them play clips of it and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah, that was just also my reaction to watching the show and being like, man, what happened to everything?
I kind of already know I wouldn't like season 2. So why watch through all of it?
It's so bizarre because it's the reverse effect of the Halo show, where I felt like it got better with season 2, and then I watched Last of Us. I'm like, how'd you do worse? How'd you not improve upon your faults?
There was
especially with how few faults there were in the first season. How did you just completely fumble it?
Well, that's because
why did you make Ellie incompetent?
That's because The Last of Us 2 was not great, the game, and then the show was like, let's do that, but let's change some things.
Times 10.
But instead of turning it from garbage, they just turned garbage into trash. So
it
wasn't much better. Anyway, he was also in The Mandalorian. Remember that?
Yeah. Did you watch any of that?
No.
Okay.
I know that he wasn't even the highlight of it. It was like
I'm hearing a lot of
Gronk Baby was
I didn't. Boss Baby? Is that what you said, or Grok Baby?
Gronk Baby. That's what I said.
Gronk. Okay, I thought you said Grok, like fucking the AI. The fucking Twitter AI.
Yeah, and then the crippling weight of humongous effort. He was
Of
in that
massive
movie
talent.
with
The crippling
Nicolas
weight of
Cage.
massive talent is the name, by the way. You
What
keep
was
getting
that?
it wrong every time you say it. The crippling weight of massive talent.
Yeah.
You keep not calling it that though. You keep changing it every time you
Well, so
say
what?
it.
We all get names wrong sometimes, James. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what
You
I'm
get
talking
you get him
about.
especially wrong.
He's also in
It's
Wonder
like
Woman. Remember that?
he he was. I always forget that though
He
because
was
he
the
does
main
not
bad
look
guy
like
in
Pedro
Wonder Woman.
Pascal. He was. He was like the future is good,
I feel
but it
like
can't be
he was
better.
probably the best part of Wonder Woman 2, wherever that movie,
You know,
Wonder
it's
Woman movie
crazy.
was.
It was the most inaccurate portrayal of the character, but he's such a good actor. It's not a bad
He
performance.
is a good actor, so it's not like the worst thing that he's Mr. Fantastic. So he is Mr. Fantastic, and I think he did pretty good as it. I'm
I
not.
thought he. No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
So, like I was saying, I was waiting for you to go ahead and cut me off. Uh, I actually think he's not one of like the worst performances either. I think he's doing quite a good job. I like it a lot. It's very, it's it's just like right on the money. Like it's what I wanted and nothing less.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
me,
it
I don't know exactly like Mr. Fantastic's like how he's supposed to be,
it
really.
it's not. I should say it's maybe more of like the way he talks and like his dialogue. It feels very like the old Mr. Fantastic, especially too.
Yeah, he definitely. So first thing I should say about the movie, I guess, is that it doesn't really feel like a Marvel movie. It feels it feels like an old super. It feels like an older superhero movie, but
Feels
also
pretty
one that
fantastic.
is like it insists upon itself. You know, James. It's
You
a
keep
movie that
saying that. I
insists
don't
upon
think I
itself.
don't. You keep saying that, but I don't think you know what that means.
I know what it means, and it means that this movie is it takes itself seriously. There's not like a ton of jokes cracked here and there. Not even like Johnny Storm really like cracks that many the kind of quips that you would expect in a
I don't
Marvel
tell you how
movie.
to fly. Don't tell me how to kill the sexy alien.
So it's not super yeah,
I'm gonna get that written on my
but
gravestone.
that's not the Marvel humor.
I'm gonna get that written on my gravestone.
The Marvel humor is more like, "Oh man, I was locked up in a government jail for several years." Oh, hey, you want to play some flag football? That's the Marvel humor that
No,
I'm
no, no,
talking
JD,
about.
JD. It's worse. It's damn. That's crazy. Y'all want to play some flag football?
Oof, that's rough, buddy. Y'all want to play some flag football?
Yikers!
Oh man, you want to play
Oh
some flag
man.
football?
Fuck,
See,
dude.
that's
Like
the
I don't
kind of
care what
humor that
anybody's.
I was.
I
That's the
don't
kind
care.
of
I
humor
don't
that
care what anyone
honestly I
says.
like. I laugh at that humor more than I laugh at, you know, I this alien is sexy and I want to bang it, which actually doesn't really go anywhere. I think
I
that's one
mean,
of the things I didn't like about the movie. There are a couple of
I
things,
mean, it.
but
I
overall I
wouldn't say
liked
it
it.
doesn't go anywhere. It plays into him like trying to like get through to her more and whatnot. Because he's
Um,
trying to like get closer with her because he finds her sexy, but then he finds her more fascinating beyond sexy. Like he's like, oh, you're hot, but you're also kind of like very interesting as a person.
yeah, I guess so. Even though I don't think actually Silver Surfer is not in this as much as I thought she would be. She's in less scenes than I thought she would be. She shows up in the beginning for like her intro is pretty short, but she like shows up. She tells everyone you're all gonna die, and then she leaves. And then we see her more like midway through the movie when we visit Galactus's ship, and she's there. And then she shows up at the end of the movie
Well, she like comes in
for a little
destroying
bit.
all the teleporters,
Yeah, she comes in,
and
destroys
then
the
Johnny's able
teleporters.
to
She
dissuade her
gets
from destroying the last
guilt tripped, gaslighted, girl bossed into leaving the planet for a while, and then we have the end fight, and then she shows up right at the end to knock Galactus on his ass.
I like that she's surfing. She's like actually surfing in this movie.
She does surf.
She does a lot of
Silver Surfer
surfing.
surfs. Who
She
knew?
surfs it. She surfs through lava. She surfs fucking I think
She
oh I'm
surfs
trying to
in
remember
a space temporal wormhole. She
Yeah,
surfs on like
the
the edge of
temporal
it.
wormhole.
Yeah, and then she surfs on like debris floating around a black hole. Anyway, there's a lot of surfing because she's a surfer. And contrary to popular belief, yes, the surfboard is a part of her body. She like
It's
she
not.
like
It's
poops
not
it
part of her
out and it
body.
turns into a surfboard, and then she like
That's
flies around
not
on
what
it.
happens. That is not what happens at any given moment.
Yeah, when we first see her,
This
when we
is
first
a
see her,
scene you
she
entirely
actually
made up.
flies down into Times Square with no surfboard, and then she's like, "You're all gonna die," and then she squats down, pops like a squat, goes and then poops out a surfboard. She goes,
You
"Bye
hear her
bye,
go.
suckers." Yeah, she constipated grunt. Ugh.
You
Surfboard
just hear
appears.
your wow sound as it
She
just
does
like
the
slowly
little like
shoots
salute.
out.
She does a little salute. She goes, "Bye bye, suckers," and she flies off at like light
And then
speed.
the and then that one song goes, I've been having dreams, bum 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 bum, as she slowly walks away after doing the salute, and it's really cool and definitely not cringy.
Yeah. So
That's some inside baseball joke.
yeah, I don't think I kind of like this Silver Surfer. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know people were really upset because they were like, where where's and they were saying his name, and I'm like, I don't even remember his name, and
I don't
I'm a
know who
fan
you're
of these
talking about either.
comics. Norman Ray or something,
No,
Norm
instead
something.
we get Shalabal. Is that wasn't
Yeah,
that her
which by
name?
the way,
Shalabal?
it's his wife in the comics. I'm pretty sure from what I remember.
Okay.
She was also a Silver Surfer at a point in
Not
time.
not in this one though. It's this one she I don't think we see if she has like a husband, or I don't think we see the husband.
She has a kid. We
She
know
has a
that, and
kid.
her
We saw the
planet's been
kid.
spared. And the planet's been spared, so it's
Yeah.
you can imply,
Yeah, and
that
then
there's
we saw
something.
that Galactus took the surfboard thing and like shoved it up her ass, and she's like, and he's like, if you need to use the surfboard, you've got to poop it out. That's one of the
Galactus went,
that's number one. That's the
"Show
one
me what
commandment I
you got.
have as a herald.
Show me what you got," and then Shala balls shit out a surfboard.
Yeah,
Speaking of Galactus, real quick, uh, practical, by the way.
Galactus had a practical suit.
Look at the pictures I sent.
You and these
I think it.
pictures.
What did I not send you the pictures?
No, you did. You did. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So
looks pretty cool.
yeah, I think it's really cool. And they had built miniatures and stuff for him to walk around as Galactus. I
Yeah.
think they ended up because there's a lot that they cut from the movie,
It
by the
seemed that
way, and
way.
like
There
redid.
was some segments of movie that felt like there was a scene or two missing in between.
I was telling you about how they had a whole like John Malkovich Red Ghost plot that they cut.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the pictures. They also had they had more scenes of them becoming the Fantastic Four,
Hmm.
to the point that they had even different suits that they were wearing as well, more classic looking suits.
Yeah. In this one,
Um,
I think we have that. We're starting to get into that superhero movie era where everybody already knows the origin story, so they just like cut to later on. They don't really do like a. This isn't like an origin Fantastic Four, even though it says Fantastic Four First Steps. It's not an origin movie.
well, it's because it's referencing the baby.
Uh, I guess so. I don't. Maybe that was the title of the
Well, that's
comic
what
that had
First
the
Steps
kid in it or
means.
something. But
Nope, no, that's not. It's just a reference to them having a baby.
okay,
People
is that
figured out
something
that
that
they were
people
having a
say if you
baby
have a
before the
baby,
movie
you're
came
taking
out.
first steps or
Well, yeah, when the baby first walks, it's first steps.
oh. I am, but funny enough, we don't see the baby have the first steps in the movie. It just cuts
No, we
to
do a time skip.
yeah, it time skips to when the kids are already kind of like already like 4 years old. So, missed opportunity there.
There's already a built-up history with Latveria as well.
Yeah, so we just jump into the world. Fantastic Fours already have done some stuff. I don't know how long they are into their Fantastic Four career, but it seems
Well, we actually did get a little explanation at the beginning of the film, JD. It
I
said,
just don't remember how
for the
long.
past 300 years, there has been,
Yeah, 300 years is how long they've been the Fantastic Four.
for the past 300 years, metahumans have existed. For the past 30 years, Superman has been on Earth.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna assume, just like Superman, it's like 3-4 years. It's 4 years after the. I think they said 4 years. 4 years after they debuted is when the movie takes place, I
Maybe,
think.
maybe.
Because it just makes
That
sense. Fantastic Four, 4 years after.
Fantastic Four. By the way,
Fantastic
here's a picture of
Four.
John Malkovich as Red Ghost. This is the only image of it that now exists because I think it was in one of the first teaser trailers.
Mhm.
It's just a shot of him like standing somewhere, all bald and with grown out hair and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess when all these, like, I think a lot of the cut content was near the beginning of the movie because it just shows like a montage of like all the what the Fantastic Four was doing for the first 4 years. They fought like, big
Well,
genetically
people are
engineered
also pretty
monkeys.
sure that they go to Shala Ball's home planet as well because there's a whole scene on the beach of the team in their suits, including a physical Ben Grimm suit that they, by the way, there was a physical suit that they wore on set for reference. I think it's similar to the Galactus thing where they just had it there for like color reference and stuff and then
Yeah.
just replaced it digitally later on.
Yeah. You
Uh
say there's practical suits. I can see it. They probably wore practical suits during it, but in the movie, they're all CGI. There is no
all of
practical
them?
Galactus or
All of
practical
them?
thing.
Oh, you mean just those two. Okay, I thought you were implying all of them had
The
all of them
baby,
had
the baby was noticeably
digital suits.
CGI for a lot of it. Yeah,
That is, I think, my only complaint is that this
I
baby
don't know
was
what it
so
is.
like rotoscoped in.
I don't know what it is about babies in particular, but CGI babies just never hit the mark. I don't think I've ever seen a CGI baby that was like convincingly baby. It's just
I
always been
just
like this weird, like video game rotoscoped in character.
it just also blows my mind because I'm like, I did we need to do that?
I don't know. I don't know if they needed to show so many scenes with just the baby in it. But I would say that the
It
special effects in this is solid. It's not as
yeah,
bad
they're
as I thought it would be.
I think it's some of the best we've had lately
Yeah. Maybe they
for
had a
like
bit more
Marvel
time
movies,
to
especially.
flesh it out. There are some parts that are not like amazing. I think the one I noticed the most was when in the final fight when Galactus was stretching out Pedro Pascal from the back, like he was giving him back shots. And then it zooms in on Pedro Pascal's face as he's being stretched and he goes, oh, but his head is very clearly real and the rest of him is CGI. And it looked like that Flash, the
It
Flash
looks
movie
hilarious.
part where he's like, where his head, or no, where he's getting like zapped by the, in a ball and he's like, his whole body CGI, but his face is real and he's screaming. That reminded me of that. That was pretty not great, but everything else it was okay. It was okay.
I I think it I don't know. It was a I I don't even think like I really noticed too much with Pedro Pascal's like face either. Uh, because I think it's some of the best stretching we've gotten from a Mr. Fantastic in the movies as well.
Um,
It
I he doesn't stretch around that much though. For a lot of the movie, uh, there's like a huge chunk of the movie where he just doesn't. Where actually none of them really have like none of them are doing like things that need to use their powers. Like they're at their base researching stuff or figuring out how to stop Galactus or anything like that. I think I like the Mr. Fantastic stretching in the 2000 series more. Those movies, those
he
original
didn't
movies,
really do it a lot though.
because they
That's the
do.
thing is like you're saying he didn't do it a lot here. He did it much less than you remember there, and the effect looked worse.
I think the reason I remember it more is because he was more goofy in those movies. Mr. Fantastic was like he was like a goofier character. He liked to mess around a bit. He did a thing where
He
he
was very
stretches out.
cartoonishly goofy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does like the Giga Chin stretch. I remember that stretch. I remember the scene where he like stretches his hand underneath like the door frame. I mean,
They
now those effects look bad.
the have you seen the deleted scene where he does the Hugh Jackman face?
No.
It's bad. It looks it
That's
looks horrible.
another CGI nightmare for Marvel. I think is trying to land Pedro Pas like Mr. Fantastic stretching. Is trying to make the stretching look good. because it doesn't. I don't
That's
think I've ever seen the Stretch look amazing.
they say that's why they didn't do Kamala Khan's stretching power for the show and instead just gave her like Green Lantern powers essentially.
Yeah, is because
Was
it would
because they
look
wanted to
terrible.
hide it. Well,
Yeah,
they say that and they didn't want or sorry, they don't say that. They say they're doing it because they didn't want people to confuse Kamala Khan for Reed Richards.
for Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, that's
I
no
don't know if
joke.
that would
That's
ever
that was
happen,
legit.
but
No, that was legit their explanation for it. Me personally, I'm like, that's stupid. I think the real reason is you guys didn't know how to do the stretching yet, and you didn't want to do it till you could get it right for Mr.
yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah, they didn't want to do it because they don't know how to make it look good. That's just the whole
Right.
reason
That's
why.
what I think the truth is. The statement they put out is that they didn't want people confusing it. And I think it's one of the funniest things. You know, Mr. Fantastic with his iconic red and blue costume,
Yeah,
classically
and his
being a little
mask.
Muslim girl,
Yeah, he's just a small little girl, and he's got the mask
wearing his
on.
golden magic bandoliers.
His classic pose is he stretches his hands into like big fists and he punches with those. I mean, it's just what Mr. Fantastic does.
Where he grows big grippers and just starts smacking
Yeah,
you with them.
he's got big grippers.
I'm talking about the hands, by the way, the original meaning of grippers.
Well, you see, James, hands on monkeys were originally just feet too. They're just four hands, so they're all grippers.
I I've been trying to find a picture of the alternate suits, by the way, this whole time. But
Right.
it was just like I think for like gonna be like a couple appearances, they were gonna have like very simple black like blue t-shirts with the black collars and black gloves and stuff.
Hmm.
You know, like their most famous costume is. I'm just saying from what I remember of what I saw, and then like the thing was still CGI for it. I think it was gonna
Yeah.
be like they would do like an earlier version of them going on the TV for the appearance, but in those suits or something.
Hmm.
Again, we know that there was gonna be some kind of scene with them going to Shala Ball's planet because they were on the same location that they filmed her scenes on.
Maybe, but I think in the movie it's implied that they never went to that planet.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying in the original cut, you know,
Okay.
like where they also had Red Ghost and like several other villains that showed up and they only mentioned by name in the
Sure.
movie. Mole Man was in this so much more than I thought
He was
he would
actually.
be. I was like, yeah,
I
you
thought
know,
he'd
Paul.
be I thought he'd be one of those like just mentioned in the montage of Fantastic Four feats. Like, oh yeah, and they defeated Mole Man, by the way. But no, he shows up again in the, like near the beginning, like signing like a peace treaty with the underworld. He's the leader of the underworld. And then
Played by
later on he
Paul
becomes like
Walter.
he's roped into the main plot point because he helps evacuate the city from Galactus. So he shows up again. So
It genuinely caught me off guard because I like the casting, by the way. I think Paul Walter Hauser is like maybe one of the best people they could have casted for it.
for Mole Man.
Yeah. And because he's a really good character actor. He's led some movies as well, but I feel like people still know him best for like his smaller parts and whatnot.
Yeah, and also
People who
Mole Man and Mr. Fantastic hate each other.
oh yeah, that's always been the case.
They hate each other.
That was great when they just had him like snipping at him because like I know Mr. Fantastic's like this man's an actual idiot. I can't
I don't think I've
physically talk
seen
to
Mr.
him.
Fantastic be as like ticked off as he was when Mole Man walked into the room.
His rivalry with Doom, nothing
Yeah,
compared to Mole Man.
like his talk against Doom is just like, you know, you're a smart guy, but I'm gonna beat you. But then Mole Man's like, you son of a bitch, and he starts throwing like racist slurs at the underworld at him. They were about to get racist on each other, by the way.
Mole Man calls him in a crust dweller,
Yeah, crust,
a crusty,
a crusty, and
a
then
cruster.
and then Pedro Pascal turns around. He's like, yeah, well, at least I'm not a digger.
Okay, okay, JD, that's toeing the line.
Digger?
That one's maybe too. I thought you did say it that time.
Oh, let's say what, James?
It sounded just like
All
it.
I said was digger because they're underworlders. You know,
You
they
say
live
that,
underneath the crust.
it genuinely sounded like you
What's
said the
wrong?
exact word.
That's not a bad word, James. What are you thinking of? Say it.
What are you, my dad? They call each other the word, Jim. It's okay. I can say it too.
What
No,
would you?
no,
I'm not
dad.
saying anything. All I'm saying is digger.
Okay, that's their word.
That's the
Can't use
Underworlders
it.
word. My bad.
Yeah, that's
My
their
bad.
word.
I'll go call up. I'll send an apology letter to Mole Man later. How about that?
Can you do it with the ukulele?
Yeah. And I'll just sing. I'll
Toxic
sing my
gossip
toxic
driller.
gossip train with a
No,
one-way ticket to
you gotta
Underworld
rework it. Yeah,
Station.
there you go. The toxic gossip driller, burrowing my way
Driller,
to the
another. Wow, James.
underworld.
I wouldn't go there. That was a bit too far.
Mine was not as close as yours.
Close to what
uh,
though? Say it.
no. Hey, how
Yeah. So
about
Mole Man was there,
no?
but I
We
think
spent too long on this bit. We spent way too long on
I
this.
think I kind of like Galactus in this movie.
Yeah, he's very for like what we have of him, he's very solid. I'm very happy with his performance, and I was super excited to hear that he was cast in it too.
Yeah, so
He
that the
was a
main bad
great
guy,
villain,
yeah, main bad guy of the movie is Galactus. Maybe
played by
that's
Ralph
it's just like a
Ineson.
Fantastic Four thing that Galactus is just a Fantastic Four villain.
Well,
Um,
that's how he was introduced in Marvel Comics, was their first major
was the
villain.
Fantastic Four.
And do you know how they beat him?
How they beat him?
They made this device that would kill everything in the universe,
They created the
including
universal
Galactus.
detonator.
Hey, JD, you're not too far off from the name. I don't remember it exactly, but that is not that far off from the name. No, Reed Richards literally develops a device that can kill everything alive in the universe. And
Does
Galactus,
Galactus count as being alive?
well, the thing is, Galactus needs to eat life, and if a planet's not alive, it's not really a meal, you know?
Right. But does that mean that he's alive? Like, does he count as like a
Well, no,
living thing?
I mean, at the time, he was just a big, he was just a big guy,
He was just a big guy.
but in continuity, he can never die. He's like he exists in every plane of existence. There is a Galactus in every universe. They're all the same person. They may look different, but they are all the same person.
Yeah. Well, you see, in
Like
the
not the way
multiverse,
that like, not the way like multiverse is like, no, he is one thing.
right? Like
Just stretched across the multiverse.
in all
Not
the
like, hey,
multiverses, in all the
here's
multiverses, Fantastic Four small, Galactus big.
big.
That was one of my favorite bits we were doing during the movie because in the movie, they're like hella depressed after they visit
Yeah.
Galactus because they realize that they can't beat him. So and the whole like
Richard gets especially
they
depressed.
have
He's
this like
just like,
one
oh,
media interview scene where like there's journos asking Mr. Fantastic like, "Are we safe? Did you beat Galactus?" And then as he turns around in my head, we were just like, "Listen, Earth small, Galactus big," and then he
big.
walks off. That's all he says.
Yeah, because they were like, can't you tell us anything about him?
Yeah, what can you tell us about him? Galactus big,
Big.
big.
And we'd
Ben
make a
Grimm
it's
big.
part of the joke. Part of the joke was doing it with our hands too, not just saying the word, just doing a physical example of it.
Ben Grimm, big.
Big.
But Galactus,
Galactus,
bigger.
bigger.
It's the stupidest thing ever, but it makes it's perfect sense. Because that's exactly what it is that he's just a big guy.
We ran that bit into the ground, but I'm so happy with it. It's so good.
I like how Mr. Fantastic even like perfectly guesses what Galactus is, because when Silver Surfer came down and she's like, Galactus is coming, you're all gonna die. And then they get into their light space capable travel machine, light speed
Excelsior.
capable travel machine, and then they're like, hey Ben, if this is just a big guy in a spaceship, you can punch him. And you know what doesn't happen? The thing doesn't actually punch Galactus.
I think he tries to, and he keeps. Yeah, he tried to, and then Silver Surfer just bopped him into a wall.
Yeah, Silver Surfer comes in and she just body slams him.
I think Reed literally says, "Ben, punch him," and then he goes to Silver Surfer, just fucking like wallops him into a wall.
Yeah, Silver Surfer goes, "What is this fool doing?" And then just body
So
like
Silver
bodies
Surfer's
him.
like, I'm still here.
You forgot about me. I surf.
Fools. I love that scene though. It felt really. I was genuinely like thinking, what the consequences of it may be.
Yeah. So the main plot is Galactus is coming to destroy Earth, and the Fantastic Four have to stop him. That's like the overall plot of the movie. And
A lot of the movie isn't even done fighting. It's just like
no,
developing ways to work together as like a whole world to and like to stop Galactus.
yeah, a lot of the movie is like them on Earth figuring out how to slow Galactus down or stop Galactus or trying to find like some way to survive against Galactus. And at one point, they
Mm.
were like, when they were like devising their final strategy, like their plan to actually to escape Galactus. The way they explain it at first, they don't just say it. The way like he was like brainstorming it made me think of the Patrick from SpongeBob, where he's like, "How about we just take Bikini
Take
Bottom
the theme
and
down
push it
and push
somewhere
it
else?"
somewhere else.
And you know what? That is what their plan was.
That literally is what Reed
Because what is
says,
their
though.
plan,
That's
James,
not
in
even
the
a joke. That's
movie?
what Reed says.
What is their
To
plan?
teleport our Earth to another universe with a 2% miss in accuracy.
Yeah, 2% margin of error, which, if you're talking
Margin of
about
error,
like
yeah.
if you're talking about like light speed travel, like huge galaxy distances, 2% is
Also,
quite a lot.
also the size of Earth, because we're talking about with like the original test was an egg. The
Yeah.
2% marginal difference in like where we'll end up being the Earth is death. That's death. Immediate.
Absolute
That's
death.
we move 2% closer or further from the sun. That horribly wrecks us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that just
We
completely destroys the Earth. Like everyone
fuck.
dies. Like every
Well,
living thing on Earth dies.
a gradual change over years and whatnot, sure, we can acclimate to that. An immediate difference like that, we're sizzling. Half the earth burned away.
As Pedro Pascal would say, egg small,
Small.
2%
Like I said,
big.
big. Egg, egg 2%, small. Earth 2%, big.
Big. So yeah, their plan is to just take their teleporting device that Mr. Fantastic was developing near the beginning, make it bigger, and then teleport the whole Earth. So that they could
We
run away from Galactus.
and there was a bit earlier on in the movie where they were at the UN, by the way, and we
Hmm.
see Latvia did not show up to the meeting. Or
Yeah,
sorry, Latveria, aka Doctor Doom's kingdom and
yeah.
country.
The
And
world leader for Latveria didn't show up. It was just empty.
yeah, which I think would have been Doom. But it's really funny because we then see later on in the movie they're coordinating with everybody to turn on their teleporting stations, and and I make the joke, Latveria, come in, and it's just, you get no word.
It's just
They didn't
static.
set up their teleporter. Yeah, just static. Just they're all pissy
I
and
wonder. I
petty.
wonder what Doom was doing while because he must have known that Galactus was coming and like about to kill everyone. Was he like working on his own plan, or was he just like
I I
Galactus
mean I
big, no hope?
I mean I joked about it with you, but I genuinely think Doom would have pulled the fucking separating Latveria from Earth and flying off into space
Yeah, I think
if
maybe
it
that's
did
what his
come to
plan
it.
was. He was gonna
I can
steal the
also
secret formula from Reed and just teleport Latveria somewhere else.
I can see Doom uh creating the universal like kill switch thing.
Yeah.
Because even though it's a Reed Richards
James, don't
creation,
spoil Avengers Doomsday, man. Come
I
on.
have no fucking clue if that's Avengers Doomsday. I don't have any idea what the plot of Avengers Doomsday is. I'm so lost on what the fuck this movie's gonna be because it's so all over the place. It's such a bad mess. I'm so not excited for it.
But
And
we love messes of movies where just like all kinds of things show up randomly and then it just works.
yeah, but here's the problem. They're gonna do it, and people are gonna be like, "This is the best thing since Endgame," and my brain's gonna blow up.
So James, so what if
It's
people like
gonna
the
it's
movie?
gonna be the biggest piece of shit ever, and people are gonna be like,
It's
"How
not
can
going
I
to be
get on
the
my knees
biggest piece of
faster?"
shit ever. Okay,
It's
that's
probably gonna
already
be the
happened.
biggest piece of shit together.
Hey, say that
Yeah,
again.
Justice League.
That was pretty bad.
That's really bad.
I'd say that was closer to the biggest piece of shit ever than whatever Doomsday is going to be. Doomsday at the
I'm
worst is
not
probably just
I'm
going to be
not
like a not
confident.
great movie.
I'm not confident.
I mean,
I'm
even if
sorry,
it's not
but
a good
like
movie, I would still enjoy it probably. I still enjoy
I
watching it.
don't know because I also just don't enjoy the Russo's writing in general anymore.
Do
Like
you
I
and the
thought,
Russo brothers is like my father and James Gunn.
wait, really?
Yeah, he doesn't like James Gunn movies.
My problem is that like I think the Russos do better with a more small consequences and tighter cast, and
Yeah.
they keep going bigger stakes and larger cast, and they were so nobody likes to acknowledge it, but they did such a bad job outside of writing four of the characters in their two Avengers movies they did. And even in Civil War, they ignore so many characters throughout the movie just to focus on Captain America and Iron Man. And I think even then it's still
Yeah,
pretty
because it's a
shit.
Captain America movie. I don't
Yeah,
know why
I
you
know
would
they call it that, but
I don't know
it's
why you
still an
would
Avengers
focus
movie.
on like
You can
Wanda
call
in
it a
a Captain
Captain
America
America movie.
movie.
Yeah, but this is like calling it the Fantastic Four movie, but we spend it the entire time with Silver Surfer instead. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, no, it's a Silver Surfer movie. Oh, well, what if we call it Silver Surfer and then make the most of the movie be about the Fantastic Four? Well, then it's a Fantastic Four movie. If you call it Captain America,
Yeah.
but it's still just about the Avengers as a
I mean, what
whole,
are you talking about? I
that's an
mean,
Avengers movie.
you just said it was focused on mostly on Captain America and Iron Man.
Well,
So
yes, but
it's
it
a Captain
still
America Civil
includes
War,
them,
and then it's a movie about focused on Captain America.
but
And
it's not even though. That's what I'm saying is that it's supposed to do that, but then they still just include the entire Avengers and keep
yeah, they
forcing
just
them into
include
the
it. It's
plot
just
when it
like a
feels like they
feature,
could
you
have
know,
just not
just a
done
part of
that.
it.
It just should have been what the original thing they called it was Captain America versus the Serpent Society. But when they originally were pretending that's what it was,
It's no, it's
should have
Captain
just been
America
that.
versus the Silver Surfer. That's where the Silver Surfer shows up instead of Spider-Man. That'd be hilarious.
Oh my God! Speaking of, I think that movie killed the Spider-Man suits for the MCU. Jesus,
Yeah.
the physical suit they had on set was so good, and then they just made it a CGI nightmare, and it's just stayed that way ever since. I
They
hate
made it. They
the
made the
MCU Spider-Man
whole
suit so
CGI thing.
much.
It was the
It's
start of it.
really the no Iron Man 2 was the start of the CGI thing because Robert Downey Jr. didn't like wearing the armor.
You know what? I wouldn't like wearing the armor either.
I'd probably love wearing it.
I mean,
I'd be
I
like
feel like it's
this is
really
my
uncomfortable.
birthday. This is my birthday every day. I get to put this on.
Yeah,
I
so
will literally physically improve to be able to wear this better.
yeah, to get back into it, Fantastic Four. I think
No,
it's
actually, I'd
pretty
stay
good.
out of it. Uh,
I think it was pretty all right.
I think it was pretty fantastic.
I'm not super invested into Fantastic Four as like
You're not super
as the
about it.
heroes or as a team. So you know, I don't
I
think I
like the
disliked
cast.
any of them. So
I I thought I was gonna dislike Vanessa Kirby as Invisible
as
Woman.
Invisible Woman,
Yeah, but then like just watching the movie, I was like, no, she's good.
yeah,
Because
she's
like
all
I
right.
like her and I like her as an actress, but like everything they showed in the trailer, I was like, it feels like they're not giving me anything. And then the
Yeah,
movie came out, I'm like, okay, it works.
she's pregnant for a lot of the movie, and then she gives birth to their son
You're
in
late.
space on their ship while they're traveling at light speed. So that was
And
pretty
as
cool.
her hand phases through her stomach.
Yeah, it's kind of an insane thing because you know the first time we see the
It's a
baby is
metaphor for
through her
abortion.
stomach because she like makes her stomach invisible, and then Pedro Pascal has like the monkey brain activation. Like, wait a minute, I knew you. Of course you can do that.
Neuron
Yeah,
activation.
neuron activation.
Did you see the video I sent of that?
No, let me see.
Did I send that video? Oh, I thought I did. I might have not sent it and just saved it. You're
But I mean, that was the first time we saw the CGI baby, and it was
Well, that
It was
one
an
makes more
interesting
sense to be
experience.
CGI.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for it to be CGI, but I'm saying that it didn't look great. The CGI baby, like the curse strikes again. It's just
Just check that. Just
CGI
just just
babies,
watch
man.
that real quick, by the way.
She is one of the most
Do I have to watch it with voice on?
Yeah, kind of.
Nah, I don't have to. I see. I see it.
That's a really great video, by the way, of the Fantastic Four cast playing
Cast
Marvel Rivals.
live
Uh,
reaction to Malice
none
skin
of
in
none of
Marvel
them have
Rivals.
any clue how to play a video game, by the
No, of
way.
course not.
Joseph Quinn, who's the youngest of them, and I thought maybe would have been better, actually did the worst. Do you want to know who's the best?
Was it Pedro Pascal?
It was Ebon Moss, aka the Thing.
Oh, really?
He did the best job of playing the game.
Did he just play an easier character or something? Or
Well, they all played their own characters.
oh, they well, yeah. Then I guess yeah. It's kind of hard to mess up playing the thing. You just run in there, punch stuff.
I
You don't
I
have to aim
mean, it's
anything.
also it's also hard to mess up playing any of them, but Pedro Pascal literally didn't know how to turn the camera. He was he was walking up to enemies and just lining them up with wherever the character was already looking and then punching. And
Yeah.
then and then that was the only time he'd move the camera is because then he would move it 2 inches to the left. Every single time he'd punch, and as he's punching, he would then move it so he missed.
Yeah. I mean, Invisible
He
One's
he
kind of
was
hard
his
to
own
play.
self nerf.
Her little projectile thing is small, and yeah, it's a range thing. You have to shoot it out.
Did you know they updated some of the team up abilities and added something for Human Torch and the Thing?
I didn't. Did they add the cannonball thing?
They they added the what time is it
Did they?
moment. I've been seeing clips of it, and it's people
Yeah.
literally
You know
doing
what?
like the the
The
Willem
thing I missed a
Dafoe
lot.
looking up meme.
Yeah, the thing I missed a lot in this movie were like the team up abilities. Because like Fantastic Four, they're a team. They have like team moves and stuff, right? But in the final battle, it was like it's mostly like they do their own thing. That they do their own separate things that kind of add up against Galactus. But
I
the
mean, yeah,
one team up thing that was
that's not a
great.
big thing they did in the they even do in the comics. They don't really do a
But
lot
they
of
did do that in the movie, the original, like the older
they
movies.
they did that once in the Fan Four Stick movie where Sue turned Ben invisible.
I
I
mean,
think that's the only
I
team up we've
remember,
actually seen.
I remember in the original Fantastic Four movie that there was like there's a was it like the Thing breaks like a fire hydrant, then he like steps on the water and
Okay,
shoots it
but
toward
that's not him doing anything
Mr.
there.
Fantastic, and then he like zips the water, redirects the water to Doom. Then Johnny Storm's doing like
Does
a
he redirect
firestorm
it?
around
I
Doom, and then
doesn't Ben just pop the hydrant and then put his foot over it to direct it?
yeah, he shoots it at Mr. Fantastic, and then he like stretches it around and shoots it at Doom.
Okay, but that's also still not them doing a team up. That's
I
just
mean,
them
it's
turning on a
them
fire
interacting
hydrant
with
and
each
aiming
other
water.
more.
Yeah, I
And then
guess.
there was
It's
there's Johnny
you
Storm
say
doing the
that, like, does
firestorm, and
that
then
count?
Susan's like containing it with like the force field. He's doing that.
Oh yeah, that is how the first one ends.
I mean, I thought it
I
was gonna be
forget,
more of like that.
then he's like just completely a silver statue.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be more of that. But in this one, we get like the first off, the way it starts out is Galactus. I have to say that Galactus is like OP in this movie. He's like,
He's severely OP.
yeah, he's way
I mean,
too
that's also
OP,
him in all continuity in general.
right? He's
That's why the original thing is, yeah, we're just gonna kill the universe. That's how we beat you.
yeah, he's too
So
OP
unless you
to
back
fight.
off. Oh, the ultimate nullifier. That's what it's called.
Ow, I was close then, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I said the universe, what did I say? The universe deleter or something?
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, that's not too far off.
It's not too far off.
The first word starts with a U, and then kind of like delete and nullify.
Yeah, so Galactus just he like shows up on in New York, outside his ship because he wants to get Franklin. That's one another point is that he wants Franklin.
Yeah.
I think he said like Franklin's like a universal being or something, and he's just pretending to be a baby. That's what I think. That's what he said. He said he was
Well,
just pretending to
he
be a
he
baby.
said he's pretending not to be like what he is,
Yeah, he's pretending not to be like a god or something. He's
like
like a
all
god,
powerful. Yeah,
basically, right?
which he is, by the way. That's
Yeah.
canon. That's the most powerful. Like whenever when anybody has like the oh who's the most powerful character in fiction, it's Ben. It's uh whatever his name is,
Franklin?
Richards, Franklin Richards. He's he's no joke the strongest character in fiction, which is why they never let him grow up and they always keep him a kid because he'd be too powerful with a moral conscience.
I don't even know what his powers are.
It's whatever. That's the
It's
thing. It's
whatever it
literally
is.
just whatever they want.
It's like it gives me flashbacks again to when we watched Thunderbolts and then Sentry shows up and he starts doing all these random shit like mind reading. I was like, what are Sentry's powers? And you're just like, I don't know. You shrug your shoulders.
I look at you
A
and I
lot
just
of
say,
things.
mm-hmm. I just
Yo,
say,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
shout at you from across the room. I go, "Hey, James, what are Sentry's powers?" And then you go, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Am I still meant to create the ultimate system? Yeah.
yeah." Yeah, so Galactus shows up, and then he's just like a one man walking tank. He just bulldozes through everything. He walks. He's just like not even trying to. He just casually paces toward Franklin, and then the Fantastic
He
Four are
just
just like
says,
throwing
I'm a
everything they
walk in
have at
here and
him.
then bust through.
They're just throwing everything they have at him. Like they set him on fire. They try to throw like cranes and rocks at him, shoot fire at him, and he's
It's
just
my favorite
ignoring
thing
it.
is just Johnny shoots fire at him and
Yeah.
does nothing.
Yeah, Susan's trying to like grab him with like her telekinesis, and it just doesn't work because he's too big.
Ben's trying to throw shit at
Big.
him and then he catches it before Ben can throw it and just flings Ben into space.
Yeah. So what happens was the thing he like grabs like this crane vehicle, and then he's gonna use it as a bat to hit Galactus, but then Galactus just catches it, and then he like flicks his hand away, and it flings Ben like all the way up into space. And then Johnny has to
Ben
go up
literally
there, grab
reaches
him.
space
Yeah.
because
How'd you
he
fix the
starts
icing
icing
problem?
over. What icing problem?
Yeah, Ben actually just he like ices up in space.
It's so funny because it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, and then so
shit.
Johnny goes up there, grabs him, and he as he's flying him back down, he's like, "Say the thing, say the thing.
Say the line,
It's
Bart.
clobbering time."
What time is it?
I
No,
feel like
Johnny.
he could have
What time
delivered
is
the
it?
line with a bit more oomph, like how Marvel Rivals does it. But it was okay. It was an okay
Yeah,
delivery.
I think the thing is people just always assumed what the thing's voice sounded like. And
Yeah,
this takes more after how
to me
the
it,
original
it does make
it's like
sense.
how everybody's like, "Oh, Professor X, he's a British dude." And it's like, "What? No, Professor X is an American guy from upstate New York."
Yeah, I was Professor
Wait,
X has a
what do
New
you
Yorker
mean?
accent.
What do you mean Blade? You think Blade's an
Professor X
American?
goes, "Hey, I'm wheeling here." That's what he says.
And then it's like with Blade, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Blade's like, a cool hip American dude." And it's like, "No, Blade dressed like Count Dracula and is from Britain. He used to have mutton chops." Wait, what do you mean?
Canonically British if you've got mutton chops. So
Well, no, like that's just literally what he looked like and had big mutton chops, not like
yeah,
no beard and stuff or like just a mustache. Like he had mutton chops
I guess
and
it makes
like
sense
big poofy
that
hair.
he delivered a line like that because it was like I think it was like the first time he would actually say he said it
Yeah,
ever
because that wasn't his
probably.
actual line.
Yeah, because he never actually like the thing never actually says it's
I don't
clobbering
actually
time.
say that.
It's just like a media made up that catchphrase for him, but he never actually
Yeah,
says it. So that's the first time he's ever said it. So that's why he goes like, "It's clobbering time," and then
it's clobbering time.
yeah, in Marvel Rivals is like that. That voice actor goes hard when he says it. He says it like he says it every day. It's clobbering time. Then he cannonballs into like Galactus's face or something.
He
It like
pulls a
staggers him a little
Superman and he
bit, but I don't think
cannonballs
he
into
really
his
felt it.
forehead.
But yeah,
I do like that they show that Susan is the strongest member of the team because, like, yeah, she always has been. Because the Malice skin she has in Marvel Rivals, that's
yeah,
inspired by an actual suit she wore from the comics. And Malice, I think, was one of who she was overtaken by somebody, but they only took her because they realized she had like so much power. And it's one of those
mm.
things of like, well, yeah, like there's a reason she was able to hold Galactus back because she's actually that powerful. But people are always like, no, she
Yeah,
just
but
turns invisible.
I get that she's like super strong, but at the end of it, it just like uh I don't know, it feels a bit weird when it's just like the whole team is like knocked out, and then Sue Storm just like solos Galactus
Well, I mean, she also
like the
didn't
whole time.
solo him. They were literally all helping.
I mean,
And
they
like
helped
half
like
of
a
them
little
got
bit.
knocked away.
I think I remember the Thing helping, but I don't remember anyone else.
Yeah, the thing was knocking a
I don't
building
think
out.
Johnny really
Reed
helped.
was
Or
stretching up and popping his pimples.
I mean, no, that was before because Reed gets
Was that
knocked
before? Or
out.
was that not happening after?
No,
Right.
it's the pimple popping
Oh
happens when
yeah.
Galactus is walking toward the tower to grab
Right.
Franklin.
And then he picks him up and tries to
Yeah,
pull him apart.
and then Galactus stretches him out and he gets knocked out from the
You know
stretching.
what? You know what we saw before that I wished we saw again?
What?
Johnny absorbing fire.
Yeah, I didn't know he could do that. And you
I
also
don't think
said you
he
didn't know he
normally
could do
can.
that, but he can
I
do
don't
that.
think he normally can.
Honestly,
I
I don't think that's I don't think that's one of his normal powers, maybe, but
No, but I liked it because I thought it was gonna set up him like when we saw initially Johnny blow up Galactus's feeding tubes and all the
yeah.
magma pour out. I thought we were gonna see Johnny try to depower him by like
Yeah,
by
I thought they would do
pulling the
something with
magma from him.
the oil fire attack they did, where like they set the oil on fire, and then and when they saw it does nothing, I thought Johnny would come in and like absorb all that fire and then get like stronger and actually maybe do
Yeah,
a
I
little
thought we
bit
were
of
gonna see
damage, but
Johnny go
he doesn't do
supernova.
that.
We also see Johnny try to fucking sacrifice himself, which,
Yeah,
like
but
I
then
said before, is not something too different from what happens in the comics. But in the comics, he's not fighting Galactus, but Annihilation.
yeah, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Okay,
I didn't read the comics, so
I it's a me, Mario. That's not the official list. I don't know what we're gonna do.
yeah. But you know, after Galactus takes Franklin, you know, Sue kind of goes sicko mode, and she mostly just solos Galactus.
She goes,
He's
"Give
getting
me
like
back
pushed
my
back.
baby."
He's getting pushed back, and then he grabs onto like this little building,
Yeah, he gets
and then
leverage.
the thing comes in and like knocks down the pillars, so the building collapses, and then he can continue being pushed. But I don't remember Mister Fantastic doing anything like at that point because like he doesn't even really stretch that far in this
No,
movie.
I think this is the weakest we've seen his
This might be the
stretching be.
least stretchy Mister Fantastic because even while Galactus was like stretching him, he was like stretching like less than like 30 feet probably. It was like 20 feet of stretching maybe, and his suit was like getting torn and stuff, and he was struggling. So yeah, and I don't think we've seen him stretch more than just like his arms, like a little bit. So yeah, maybe it's a least stretchy Mister Fantastic, and I think Johnny was just waiting by the teleporter because after the Silver Surfer destroys the teleporters, she leaves the one in Times Square because that's when she gets guilt tripped. So there's one left, and they were gonna teleport Galactus away, and so Johnny's sitting by like the lever on the teleporter. And then I think I don't actually know where Mr. Fantastic is. I think he woke up again before Sue
Doesn't
decided to go
Johnny?
sicko
Well,
mode.
Johnny turns it on, and then they put Galactus in, but then Galactus starts pulling
By they
himself
you
out
mean
again.
Sue
So
Storm
then,
puts Galactus in because the
yeah,
badass.
Sue puts him in, and then I think they're like, "Oh, okay, it's done." I think Mr. Fantastic like lands the Fantastic card because he was in the car, or something maybe. I'm trying to remember exactly, but then Johnny, because he was waiting there, turned it on, then flew up, saw that he was coming back out, was gonna go knock him in. Then Silver Surfer's like, knocks him out of the way, flies into the
Yeah,
portal, knocking Galactus in.
she
And
has
I
a change of
think,
heart after hearing after the little therapy session with Johnny
Right. I'm
Storm.
trying to remember. Yeah, where was Mr. Fantastic in that moment?
I don't think he was doing anything really. I think they just forgot about him in like that last section.
I just think they were like, yeah, well, what is he gonna do?
Yeah, there's like
They
you're
did a moment of
like you
like, there's not
stretch, but you're
much.
not even really that stretchy. So just chill.
I wanted him to bounce Ben like a slingshot.
That would have been pretty funny if he just does like the
Mm.
Hulk Wolverine team up in Marvel Rivals and just throws Ben.
Well, I mean, it existed before that. It was the cannonball. It was Colossus and Wolverine's move. Get your information
Okay, but
right, JD.
I was just talking about
Yeah,
Marvel
but you
Rivals,
could get it
James.
right. But you could get it right.
I don't care about really getting it right.
Yeah,
See, what I
but you
do care
could.
about is that
You
Silver
could.
Surfer comes in and she just bops Galactus into the portal, like tackles him into the portal. So, yeah, that's how they beat Galactus. It's cool. Sue Storm dies. She dies
Oh
from
yeah, she I forgot she straight up
yeah,
dies.
she dies from heat syncope, using her powers too much.
Oh, heat syncope. Oh.
Yeah, she goes, "Oh, I don't feel too good." Dies, and the team comes
Oh.
in, and then
Oh, my head
Mr.
hurts. Oh, I
Fantastic
feel a
puts like
lot.
Mr. Fantastic puts Franklin on top of her, and Franklin does the whole cosmic entity god thing, and then revives her. Um, yeah, and that was pretty. That was pretty all right. I mean, I think that's all I have to say about the movie. Doctor
Um,
Doom shows up in the
I
after
was about to
credit
say
scene.
Doctor Doom. I I don't like that he takes his mask off.
He
I
has his mask off as he's interacting with like 4-year-old Franklin.
right.
And sorry, I thought I heard something. But
You did.
yeah, you're right.
Go check it out.
Hmm. No, I'm gonna leave it alone until it kills me.
White protagonist activity.
The plot
Uh,
armor will protect me.
not you.
Yeah, but Doom has his
Um,
mask off and he doesn't have any lines and you don't really even see his face, but we all know who
I
it
I
is.
I wanted a better look at the mask because I'm still confused on what it's gonna look like.
It looked pretty
And
cartoony to me from what I
I'm
remember.
just yeah, I'm just hoping it's not like gonna turn out to be a derivative of the fucking Iron Man armor.
It's less
I'm begging
iron
for it not
colored
to
and
be.
it's more silver colored, the mask from what I
Yeah, but I mean
remember.
like the Mark One suit.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a Mark One Doomsday suit. A Doom suit.
I don't want this to be the Mark One Iron Man suit though. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be Iron Man Doomsday, and he's gonna be the leader
Because
of Latveria.
the mask has that perfect like straight line down the middle of it, just like the Mark One helmet in Iron Man does. And I'm like, I really
It looks a lot like the classic Doom, like the original Doom mask in the comics, where it's just squares, like
we
rectangles.
just didn't get. I
That's what
know
it looked like, I think.
that's also what the Mark One helmet looks
Yeah, it's
like.
also what the R Mark One
That's what
helmet
I'm
looks
worried
like.
about. That's what I'm worried about.
But I mean,
Um,
it's comic accurate. It's just what the Mark One
it's
helmet is. What the Doom mask looks like. So
I know that's what I'm worried about though. That's why because like I think one of the best Doom masks is the one from the 2000s Fantastic Four movies.
really, you like that Doom
That
mask?
that one's the best.
Honestly, I think my favorite Doom was the 2014 one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
the one where he's
see-through
green.
head one where
Yeah,
he's
where
like,
he's
I
green and
must
he
go
doesn't wear the
home.
mask. It's just his skin. It's just his
He's a
body.
herald of Galactus in that movie.
Yeah.
That's why he looks that way. He was gonna turn out to be that world's Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he was gonna be he was gonna be the guy with the power cosmic.
Hmm. He is the power cut. By the way, that's such a joke thing to say because that's what people thought they were doing with Kamala Khan when they gave her the glowy powers.
Yeah.
That everyone was like, all the Kamala Khan fans were like, I fucking hope they don't just say now she has the power cosmic because
She's a herald.
it's well no it's not just heralds have it. It's just the dumb like, oh well this power is so powerful we're just gonna call it the power cosmic. We're not gonna define what it is. It's never gonna be consistent on what people that have it can do.
Well,
It
I don't
just
even know what
is
it
a
can
thing.
do. I saw the Fantastic
Nobody
Four
does.
movie. I don't even know what it does.
But yeah, that's the thing, JD. Nobody does because it's just whatever. It's again, it's one of
Yeah,
those things
it's
of you
whatever.
can
It's
do
just a gimmick.
anything.
It's a name.
Yeah, it's just that the named power cosmic. It's a joke because it's like, oh, you have the power cosmic. What does that mean? Fuck you.
Yeah, I also don't even know what the Herald's powers really do, other than they're fast and they're kind of invincible
Intangible.
and they surf
Uh,
good.
they're not invincible.
I mean, it feels like they're invincible. They
They
can
come
take a
off
lot of
that way.
damage.
They can take a lot of damage. Uh, and according to Marvel Zombies, they can be killed by even Captain America.
Maybe I don't know, but in this
Yeah,
movie, they
Marvel
just seem
Zombies
like
isn't really the most consistent thing writing wise. Just that
sure.
Power
But
Man
I'm
got
saying
bitten,
in this
and
movie, though,
that's not
in
how that
this movie,
works.
that's just what her powers are. Is that she's really tanky and she's fast and
Yeah,
that's it. I don't think she doesn't like shoot any beams or anything like that. It's just that she's shiny.
have have
That's what her
you
powers
have
are.
you have you seen all the memes of people that were like uh making the jokes about like if I had my chance with Shalabal, it was just like the fucking war boys from Mad Max with the silver mouths.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, I don't really know what the power. Even in this movie, they don't explain what it is. They just like write it down.
That's because it's just
It's
nothing.
it's
Like I
just a
said,
nothing burger.
it's just like Galactus and shit. It's like, well, what can Galactus actually do?
Well, the thing is, we don't
Whatever.
know what he does because he doesn't actually do. He doesn't even try because
He
he doesn't
doesn't.
really need to
He
try.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't show off
Although
any
I
powers
thought he
this
would
whole movie.
try once like Sue Storm was like pushing him. Is Galactus really just did he just not care at that point? Because I feel like he could have just can he does he has laser eyes, no? He just zaps her.
Um, I don't know. I don't think he does have laser eyes.
Yeah, but he just
But
like
we.
it seemed like he kind of just let her carry him because I feel like he could have like at least like angled himself more so he's not getting dragged by his feet. Like at least like put the feet back or something. But all he does is kind of like he just hangs on to buildings as
I mean,
he's
he
getting
does get his
pushed.
leverage and he does stand up, but then like she pushes him harder, so like he falls back again, loses his balance, then grabs
But
onto
can't
the
Galactus
building,
fly or
and
something? Can
then
he fly?
I don't think so.
Really? I thought that would be
Yeah, I
one
don't
of the,
think so.
I thought he has the isn't he like he has the power cosmic, no?
Galactus powers. Okay, let's see what
Doesn't
this
he
is.
have the power cosmic? He's the guy with the power. He's the power cosmic guy.
Hey JD, I'm looking at this. You know what
Yeah.
this reminds me of?
What?
Sentry.
I was about to say, this dude, Galactus is basically just a god, right? He's also just a god.
Telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, energy projection, force fields, cosmic awareness, size alteration, godlike speed, immortality, transmutation, levitation, life
See, there it
creation,
is. He
energy
can actually, he
manipulation,
could just teleport.
invulnerability, shower power stole. Oh, because of the Silver Surfer. Chronokinesis, healing, energy absorption, matter manipulation, resurrection.
And
Galactic
you're telling me that
Galactus is
guy,
above Odin. That's just something they listed.
you're telling me that guy just lets Sue Storm push him a bit? Like, come on, man. Sue
That's
Storm is nowhere
to
that
be fair.
she's strong, but she's nowhere that strong.
To be
Okay.
fair, that's not far off from something I can imagine happening to him in the comics. They
That's
underpower
probably that
him.
actually did probably happen to him in the comics at
They
some point.
underpower. Oh, he does have laser eyes.
Yeah, I
They
told you he has
underpower
laser eyes.
him. I literally looked up Galactus powers, went to images, and one of the first images is him saying
Him
no
is him
fear
beaming
while
someone with his
shooting
eyes.
laser eyes.
Yeah. Like he's got all of these powers and he just chill, he's just a chill guy, I guess. He's just a chill guy.
I think it's more he because like I think he didn't have the baby anymore at that point.
No,
Like he had
it
dropped the
might have been
baby.
that. He did have
Oh,
the
that's
he
what it
had the
was.
kid in his
Mr.
hand, but
Fantastic. That's what Mr. Fantastic did. Remember, he took the baby.
well, he took the baby after he was in the portal.
Well, no, I think he got him before he went into the portal.
No, he got pushed into the portal, and before his arm fell into the portal, Mr. Fantastic zooped in and pulled the baby out before his hand went to the portal. I
Is
remember
that
that
it?
scene. That was that scene.
Hmm.
It was
Okay.
like right at the last moment.
Maybe I'm just forgetting the ending of this part.
Yeah, Galactus. I'm pretty sure Galactus knows that once he goes in that portal, it's not a game over for him. He's still gonna live, but he's gonna be like
That's the end
taking
game
a
up
long
there.
time. So he's like he doesn't want to go into this portal, and so instead of using any of his powers, he's just like I don't know, walking, chilling out, like trying to crawl back through the portal. He doesn't. I don't think we see him fly. I don't think we see
No.
Galactus fly. He does fall down from like the. He uses a chair to fly. Do that's it. Doesn't he come to Earth with the chair, or was it
Yeah,
something
I think
else?
so.
Yeah, no, he was in the chair. Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah,
he doesn't shoot laser beams. He doesn't.
again, he's a really inconsistent character, you know?
Yeah. So I guess
So it's
in this universe, he probably has a different power set than
right.
wherever
That's
else.
comic power set that we're talking about. So,
Yeah,
take
we're talking
that
about him in the
as a grain of
comics.
salt.
But in this one, I guess he's just a big guy. That's probably what it is. Like he's
Oh my
indestructible.
God,
He's a
I
big
forgot what
guy.
his original costume looked like.
He can't shoot laser beams or anything or teleport or like fly without his chair.
Look.
What is
That's the original Galactus
the
with a
original
big G on
Galactus
his
outfit?
chest. With a big G on his chest.
Awesome. G for what, James?
Wumbo.
Galactus.
Wumbo.
G
I
for
I just
Wumbo.
I love that because it's so like it's so like
It's
oh,
terrible. It looks like a terrible. It's like
we
Christmas. It's
didn't
very
question
Christmas themed.
we didn't
Red and
question
green.
much. We didn't question much as kids. We just saw people with letters on their chest and we're like, yeah, I'd wear a t-shirt that just said the letter J on it.
Yeah, that was our J Savior design for the Gundam. The
This is
Gundam
the
had a
J
big
Savior
J in
Gundam
the middle of
design.
the chest because it was J Savior.
They did recolors of this later on to change how it looks because they like no, this is bad.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah, they
and
didn't turn him
actually, you know what?
purple until later.
This might be a case of because there's this one inker who did work because this is a Jack Kirby drawing. Jack Kirby did amazing sketches and stuff, but he'd do like just the pen, like the line art for it, and somebody else would ink the colors.
Hmm.
There was this guy who was known for ruining a lot of Jack Kirby pieces when he would ink them because he would just
Yeah, he
completely
inked all over
misinterpret
them.
stuff. Well, yeah, he did a really fucking shit job, and he was known for it. And he's like, there's literally documentaries on YouTube called like the person who killed Jack Kirby's drawings and stuff.
Jeremy, the inker,
This
the
may be a
infamous
case.
inker,
I'm not gonna
real life
question the G.
supervillain.
That definitely comes off like a Jack Kirby original, the big G in the chest. But the colors I think is definitely his doing.
Yeah, that was a Jeremy moment right there.
God, that looks so
Yeah,
bad. I just keep looking at it more and more, and I'm like, it does not get better. It gets
it's not
worse.
great. But Galactus looks good in the movie.
So speaks Galactus. Show me what you got.
Give me the kid. Give
Give me
me
the
the child.
child. Give me the child.
Clever little bugs. I like his voice lines in the movie too. He doesn't have a lot of them, but when he
Clever
does,
little
he's got
bugs.
aura. He's the aura. He's the aura farmer in this movie. Every movie has an aura farmer. In Superman, the James Gunn one, the recent one, it was Lex Luthor, and now it's
Show me what you
Galactus.
got.
Galactus is the aura farmer.
Oh my God. Oh, this is bad.
Are you looking at Galactus or his
Yeah,
prints,
I'm
his
looking at more
inks?
Galactus ones. Oh no. Look at the Watcher. Look how they drew him. Why does he look like that?
The Watcher.
And dude, look at Galactus. He's got a little brim. He's got a little hat
Yeah,
brim.
he's got a little Yankee.
He's got a
Yankee
little
with no brim.
Yankee with brim.
Yankee with brim.
Oh
Anyway,
my
though,
God. He has that in the helmet. Oh, I didn't even notice. He has a brim, JD. Look at his helmet in
I
the
mean, honestly,
movie.
I kind of miss big cloud monster Galactus.
I don't. I'm so happy we didn't get that shit.
I really wished we just go back to roots cinematic Galactus history and just make him a big cloud, like a big cloud tentacle monster that shoots out like little tendrils and eats
Maybe the
plants that
worst
way.
precedent set in superhero movies came from that Galactus design
Because
because
that
they
was like
kept doing it.
that was probably like the generic big monster bad guy, that planet eating thing. They were
It
just like, what do they look like? Oh, they look like big clouds, big
it
black
became a
clouds.
Cthulhu situation of oh, it's too scary to describe.
What's the scariest thing you could ever think of? A big
A big
a
cloud.
cumulonimbus.
No,
A
because like
cumulonimbus with teeth. That's what like my biggest fear is. And they were like, oh, that's genius.
after Fantastic Four did that, almost every superhero property that had like a big like bad guy would just turn them into smoke.
Yeah.
Like Parallax and
Yeah,
Green
that's
Lantern
what I
is
say.
just
Green Lantern had
a
that.
big yellow cloud.
He was a yellow cloud.
Shazam's villains, even though they
They
have
turned into
physical
smoke.
bodies, they're just big smoke monsters. And in the Smallville, the longest running Superman show that was just all about like what he did before he became Superman,
Mhm.
Darkseid was just a gray cloud.
He was a cloud.
He was a cloud. By the way, they gave him a physical form at
Yeah.
one point in the show, and it's literally for one scene, and it's right before he possesses somebody,
He was
so they
made
could
of
just say
clouds.
like, "Yeah, he was just a big gray cloud with red eyes." They're like,
Um,
beware, behold,
Dormammu
Lord.
from Doctor Strange was a big cloud.
No, he was a big head.
He was a big head, but it was cloud-like.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it was a cloud.
It was a shape that would change. Like it had like a
Changed
shimmering
like a
effect.
cloud.
No, it didn't look like it, JD. You're trying to press this one. It's not a cloud.
I
But
clearly
like,
remember it being like a cloud.
I know you think, well, that's just because he was a floating head in like a cloudy ether.
He lived in a cloud.
He lived in a cloud.
Ugh.
Zod, he made clouds when he flew around. Clouds of smoke.
But Zod himself, not a cloud.
No, no, a man in a cloud.
Zod, man, in cloud.
Zod, small man in big cloud.
Ugh.
Oh. Fucking Transformers kind of did that with fucking, oh, what's their name? They did a cloud monster thing too with Unicron,
Yo,
where it
the
was just like it was
big
like
dude.
no, in the yeah, the big dude, but like in the Transformers Prime cartoon,
Yeah.
they were like, well, we actually don't know what Ultron looks. I mean, Unicron looks like, and this was before they revealed Unicron was Earth. So
Mhm.
Unicron was just a big cloudy mass with spikes coming out of it. And I was like, I hate this.
Optimus
I
Prime,
hate this so
small.
much.
Unicron, big.
Hey, JD, Sandman, he turns into a cloud of sand.
Yeah, he is a cloud. He's a cloud made of sand. Yeah, that
Venom,
happens multiple times. But hey, I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. There are just
that's just the
cinematic rules you have to follow, and one of them is if you got a big bad guy who's like
big
who's
bad
like
Beetleborg.
a eldritch horror, no defined form kind of monster, you have to turn him into a cloud. It's just
a
how it is.
cloud a cloud shadow monster
Yeah, you have to
thing.
turn him into a cloud, turn him to like non-solid floating thing, like just something cloud-like.
Oh, wait, wasn't there also like a cloud monster in the Dragon Ball live action movie?
I don't know.
Like
I
he
never
he
watched it.
doesn't he doesn't actually turn into like the giant monkey when he gets the tail.
Does
He
he
turns into
shoot?
like
He
a
shoots a
cloud.
Kamehameha into the cloud.
I think he turns into like like a cloudy looking version of a giant monkey.
What the?
I think that's what happens. I'm not even joking. I think that's either what happened or what's implied.
Uh, That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I guess we
Hey,
can just give
Fantastic
our
Four, thank
ratings. We're
you.
running a little bit over time. Let's give our ratings for the movie and
Ah,
wrap it up from there, huh, James?
okay.
What would you give it?
Are we going out of 10 or out of 5?
Out of 10,
Or
just like
or
always.
are we going out of 4?
We're going out of 10.
Okay. I give this an 8 out of 10 because that's two fours.
I think I'd give it a 4 out of 10 for Fantastic Four
Okay.
plus 3.
We should look at that.
So
Oh,
that's what I
whoa.
would give it. A
And who are the
4 plus
three?
3.
Is that's Herbie? That's
Yeah.
that's
I'd say
what's their son?
I'd
What's
say
their
it's
son's
a
name?
pretty good movie.
Nathan? Is that the kid's name?
Yeah.
And then the daughter that they'll eventually have.
Yeah. and her name is also Nathan.
No,
So Nathan and Nathan.
her name is
Well,
Victoria, and that's because Victor Von Doom, when Sue Storm gives birth, she's in Latveria because they were under attack, and so Reed Richards sent her there to be protected. And Doctor Doom literally says to Reed Richards, "I told your wife that she could give birth as long as I could name the child." And Reed's like, "What did you name her?" He goes, "Victoria."
I was expecting some like crazy ass name. What did you name her? 1A. No!
I mean, it's kind of like that because it's literally just his name, but with
1A
an
dash
IA on the end. I
AXI.
mean, JD, you're saying
No!
1A. You're saying 1A. A 1 looks like an I, and Victoria's IA.
Instead, it's just like a pretty normal name. That's hilarious.
Well, yeah,
It'd
it's
be,
just so that, like, it's so if
what
he
did
ever
you name
calls his
her?
daughter,
I
yeah,
named
it's
her
literally
Jen.
Genlock.
I named her Clara.
I named her
It's like, oh, well,
Sydney.
okay.
Well, yeah, but it's
Sure.
like
Thanks, Doom.
if he did name her any of those, it would have been just like, oh sure. But because his name's Victor,
Yeah.
her name's Victoria.
I would imagine, I would love if Reed Richards just did a little quip like, oh, how original. Very cool.
And
How'd
Doctor
you
Doom
think of
just
that? Yeah, just
then
like
Doctor Doom
that's the
just
one
likes
thing
the
he makes
ultimate
fun
nullifier.
of Victor Duma for the rest of his life. Is just the fact that he named his kid Victoria.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think Victoria is the only character in comics he willingly shows his face to because she's not scared of his face. But then that's
I
also
would be
depending.
afraid of like people who are horribly disfigured in their face. Yeah,
Well,
I don't I get
that's
it.
not all that's also not all continuities. More often than not, it's just he has a scratch on his face, but he's so vain he put a mask on.
Right. Do you think that's how it is
He's
with Robert Downey Jr. or is he just going to have a normal face?
I think they're gonna do a normal face, but if anything, they might CGI scars,
Okay.
like a scar, because he did show that he has like full CGI dots on his face.
Mhm.
So that's either because they're gonna be doing like a CG suit for the scene.
No, no, no. That's because they're doing the Iron Man thing where they have his face in the void and they're gonna have screens pop up around him and he's gonna go. He's gonna go.
Don't do that. Don't do that, JD. Don't tell me the worst thing
He's
they
gonna
could
go.
possibly do.
Uh, Vargas. Uh, Vargas, launch up the
Oh, oh no.
launch up the Latveria protocol, and that's what he's gonna. That's what he's gonna do in Doomsday. It's gonna be the funniest thing when he shows up and does that.
You've maybe said the worst thing I've ever heard in
Vargas,
my entire
record
life.
that. Vargas, you
Vargas,
solved the icing problem, didn't you?
what
And
icing
then
problem?
Vargas is gonna be exactly the same voice as Jarvis, and he's just gonna go, "What icing problem, sir?" And he powers down, he dies. That's how he dies in Doomsday.
If only.
But yeah,
Uh,
that's all the time we have for today. 8 out of 10 from James, 4 plus
mhm,
3 out of 10 from me.
mhm,
Solid movie. Go watch it. Great,
mhm.
great thing. I think it's definitely better than Thunderbolts. I think I enjoyed it more than Thunderbolts.
Really, I thought Thunderbolts. You know what? I'll agree there. I think it's better than Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Not to say that Thunderbolts was like a terrible movie, but it's just I just
Oh,
enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed
oh my
Thunderbolts.
God. I'm looking at because they put his physical suit on display at San Diego Comic-Con.
Galactus?
Yeah, he's got some boots on.
Oh yeah, he's got some
He's got
boots.
he's got some big
Those are
stompers.
those are building stomping boots, man.
I mean, take a look, JD. Those are some stompers.
Yep. How do you like that Galactus design compared to
I
Black
I
Cloud?
wish it was more. I think my only thing is I wish it was more like colorful, diverse wise, because it's
Yeah,
just shades of purple. It's
it
lacking
is
the
just
kind of
purple.
blue. Yeah, I wish the undersuit, like where the arm
This is
is under
this is
like
the
the
same
sleeve.
color that you thought Ultraman's suit was, but I'm pretty sure his suit is still just
No,
black.
this is literally the same color. I mean, in the movie, he looks like he has a black suit on for the most part of it too, because they film it in shadows.
Yeah.
But I'd say Ultraman's is closer to like
See, they were
the
copying
elbow
Ultraman
joint
with this
area.
Galactus uniform.
They are definitely not. These are very distinctly different suits. But I like it. I like it. I like that they did all the mini detailing across it just so it'll look like, you know, just
So it
bigger.
looks like he's wearing a
Like,
machine.
yeah, I like
He's
that
not
a
wearing a
lot.
suit. He's wearing a machine.
Well, yeah, because he's a giant person. How else does he
Yeah, he's a
wear
big
it?
dude.
He's a big man with
He's a
big
person
ears.
who's big.
He's got a big Yankee with brim.
I wish they put the Yankee on bird on them. You know,
They
they got
did.
a little bit of that. You
Look,
see that
yeah,
up there?
big. That's what I was telling you. They got a little one.
But it's not. It's not
It's
like
so
jutting out enough.
it's so high up on his forehead.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't look
not.
like
It's
it
not.
doesn't look like a brim though.
It's not protecting his eyes at all.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
his eyes don't
love
need
it.
protection.
Like it's not the greatest. Again, it's just variations of purple and pink. I wish it had more blue, but for what it is, I don't mind it at all. It looks great.
Yeah, solid. If you guys enjoyed, you should like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon if you want to get notified of when these episodes drop, and they drop every Sunday. If you like James, if you don't like James, go hate on him in the links below, because those are his links. And James, bring us out.
Giggity Lois.